The new patch has been so absurd to play on. It's been so fun. It's funny to me that people are like, I don't like that the whole cast got more powerful. That makes me laugh. The FRC positive bonus loops are not okay though. Like they truly are too powerful. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, essentially when a character has positive bonus, they can do like button special move, fast RC, button special move, fast RC. And because it's cheaper and then positive bonus gives you more meter, you can just loop. You just get their risk max and like they're just stuck and they can't get out. It's really not good. I don't know if they'll hotfix it. They'll probably just adjust it. Some other characters could kind of do it before anyway in the last patch, obviously, right? But it's a little too much to have every character just fucking like doing that dumb shit. Yeah, Goldlewis is pretty cool in this version of the game. I gotta say, he is very powerful. I saw my timeline, the replay uploaders got the juice. GameStorage, I watched this one a lot. Darkrai versus UMISHO, #1 and #2. They've got that ELO. This version of the game, it's a whole new world, I gotta say. It's truly different, especially because even this situation has gotten so much better for Goldlewis. Like the shooting from farther away is much easier for him to advance on, you know? This is the new shit. In that sequence, that BRC sequence, Happy Chaos can do like instant overheads with jump 2K or go low with 2D, right? It's really, really strong. My god. Oh, missed the running behemoth. That's something that Darkrai is really good at. This button is so fucking esports. You're not even gonna believe what he's gonna do next, by the way. That shit's a combo. This button is so esports and so good against so many characters now, by the way. Look at how far away 6H works. Boom. This move is so fucked up. 6H now is hit confirmable in a minigun on level 1 or level 2 on regular hit. On counter hit, it's easy. And then also in the corner, peep this. You get 6H, drone, dash, behemoth. After this behemoth hits, the drone combos and you can dash up and still combo after. It's really good. You can't do it in mid-screen, but in the corner, that is real. It's very good. It is so good. Like, I can't believe how powerful it is. A little wall slump action. Oh, man. So plus. You are just stuck. Drone is the best character in the game. Gotta interrupt there or you're dead. Yeah, wire seam. That's the scary thing about that. That's also gotten so much better for Goldlewis in this version. His 2P is 5 frames, obviously. It's a good move. But one thing he has now that he didn't have before is 2P on counter hit. You can combo into 2K. You can combo into close slash. It also combos into 268 behemoth. This is not 268. This is always comboed. But it also combos into 268 now, which is so good. Like, it's absurd. Yeah, new drone is incredible, by the way. It got stuff there, but new drone is always a knockdown. Also, look at how much less concentration there is on this. Happy Chaos has like near full concentration, right? And then refreshes. That is not a lot, actually, right? This is a big change. It means that without super meter, it's much harder for Happy Chaos to just hold that position and shoot, you know? Plus, chases the backdash. Dead. Happy Chaos can't hold that full screen position as much, which means he has to engage with Goldlewis more. And engaging with Goldlewis means you have a much higher chance of getting hit and dying, right? Ooh, that was a good throw bait. That button is so excellent in this matchup. You know, even with the buff to Goldlewis's bar slash, it does have issues where it gets low profiled by, what's it called? It gets low profiled by 2Ks and stuff. 2S is also good in this matchup for that reason. Help me! Close slash, boom. I mentioned this combo earlier for the person who asked about Goldlewis routing. This is the normal route. You wall splat, close slash into 268, close slash into 842. That's like the and then that wall splats there. And then you can do super or another behemoth. The concentration change is so noticeable, I feel like, though, in this matchup. Do the BRC shit. That is so funny. It's BRC into a wall slump. Uh-oh, you might lose. Yeah, YRC is a good option. Dead, nice work. I think YRC is really important against Goldlewis because ideally, right, you FD Goldlewis out and you push him away. But if you think about YRC, like, you know, if you just FD him out, it's much more likely that he is just gonna get pressure and then keep up the pressure on you. And then even if you FD away, like, he's still in a scary spot, right? But if you YRC, it means you have a chance to do an immediate mix-up. You know what I mean? Damn, that almost killed. Don't get stuffed. Caught the backdash. It's got to be a wall splat. Super. The problem, though, is, again, like, you kind of have to approach here if you're Happy Chaos, maybe, right? Because you don't have meter. I guess maybe you could zone a bit because you're going to build the super. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't last as long, so I'm not surprised that UMISHO went in. It's much harder to just hold the screen and shoot, which means Happy Cows does have to go in. Yeah, I mean, they played on... You can look at the score on Rating Update. They played, and I think the score was something like 20-10 in Darkrai's favor. Kara Behemoth. Kara Behemoth again. That is really... Kara Behemoth is very good from farther away like this. It's +3 at worst, and then it's plus like 12 or something at best, or plus 15. I don't remember which. But this Behemoth is better when it's blocked meaty, or alternatively when it hits later in its active frames from farther away, which is, you know, the same idea. This is why Kara Behemoth is really good at that range, because it's like maximum plus. You're dead. That shit is cheap, by the way. I don't ever do this, and when I saw Darkrai do this, I was like, you know, with the new Kara, I should probably do this a bit more, especially when people don't have bar. You can't really FD as easily, right? This Behemoth doesn't have that much range, but if they don't really have that much bar to FD, doing that back-to-back, 842 is pretty smart. I started doing it after I saw this. I was like, actually, that's good in this version. It's much better with the Kara. How do you input the Kara? So you do a dash cancelable move, so 5k or close slash, you hit dash, and then you input the Behemoth within 2 frames of the dash, and then you hit H. Also, yeah, Ryan brought this up, but that was the point I was making earlier, is like, because the concentration change does not allow Happy Chaos to shoot as long, he has to use the gun to go forward, because if you don't go forward, you run out of concentration, right? So instead of just shooting from full screen the whole time, if he doesn't have the resources, he just can't do that, right? So he has to use the gun to go in, you know? That is really good against anti-airs, by the way. One thing about Goldlewis is that most of the angles where 6P beats an early jump D or something, using Behemoth can really stop a lot of options that anti-air him very well. And you can change up which Behemoth you use, and it changes the timing of that you have to anti-air him. That was a far slash. Man, I wish I could running Behemoth like that. Dead. It must be nice to have the robot devil hands, but like, to talk about the pressure for Goldlewis too, I don't know if people understand Goldlewis pressure very well, and in this version, if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. This is very plus, right? Meaty 268 is really plus. 5k afterwards into Behemoth. This is, your objective is to block this Behemoth, or whatever the plus frame Behemoth is, until you're at this range. At this range, he no longer is able to just Behemoth, 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 right? He has to do a Behemoth that quote-unquote ends his pressure. 684. This is -5 on block, so it ends his pressure and it pushes him away. It means you can backdash or control space with far slash or 6S or whatever you want to do after. Your idea is to FD him away until he's forced to use this Behemoth, or instead of using this Behemoth, he can try to run up and attack you again by doing like run up far slash or run up jump D or run up 2k or whatever it is, right? If he wants to make the rest of this tight, he has to do 684 at the end of his pressure. Yeah, 268, 268, if it's only +3, you can attack between it unless he does 2p. However, if he does it meaty, then it's more plus. Even this one, there might have been a big enough gap because he does 5k here, which is 10 frames. But if he does it meaty, you cannot attack. So you don't need to know the frame data on all the BTs. What you need to know is that if he does an overhead or a low, he's plus, right? Or if he does this Behemoth, or overhead low, he's plus. But there's probably a gap for you to interrupt or backdash or something. If he does this behemoth, he is -5. Somebody also brought up that you can use 624 at the end of this. You can, but this was better. Catches jumps better. It catches backdash better sometimes too, and it gives you a better knockdown. Also, yeah, Goldlewis's throw is very good because you get OTG Behemoth Typhoon after. The new gun change, the gun flip being plus, is pretty interesting. You can also burst way easier against this character's routes now. It's much easier to burst against Happy Chaos when he does stuff like this. Whereas before, like 6S in a steady aim at a lot of heights was harder to burst. This is much more consistent. Look at that knockdown on the drone, by the way. Holy shit. Nice. That was good. No, this is great defense, actually, though. Notice that at the end of the pressure, it's 6H into, what's it called? Drone cancel or whatever. Running up to block the drone and then YRC is not bad. It's a pretty good option. Blocking the drone early is pretty good. Although it didn't take advantage of it. This hurts. Yeah. You can be dead if it's big churn. Yeah. Help! I don't know if that behemoth was actually plus there, but... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the scary thing is if you burst as Goldlewis now and you just do drone, you might have just like won the round. It's absurd. That was a nice little confirm. Get the bullets back. Yeah, you can 6P Gold. If Goldlewis does like some fast RC, BRC thing, where he flies across the screen with Jump D or Behemoth, you can 6P it. He's actually very linear, honestly. It's only really good if he like is punishing something in particular. You still can't OTG Behemoth after throw. You can start to input it early. Input it earlier on your whatever it's called. On your knockdown. Look at that. That is so good. I think that change is... It's hard to describe how much better 6H's and drone is, and together they both do so much for you. Look at this. 2S whiff, run up, boom. Look at how much of the screen he just knocks you back, and then he pops drone here. And like, if you jump, he can air-to-air jump S you, right? Which is like, he's up in the air looking for that. Behemoth does not combo off the drone because this shit gives you a hard knockdown. There was a big gap there. Yeah, the closer you block that Behemoth, the less plus it is, right? So. That's plus. Yeah, that's a good escape, but we can't be too greedy. Yeah, Behemoths are more or less plus depending on how late they hit in their active frames. Goldlewis versus Happy Chaos and Leo were unwinnable in tournament. I don't know if they're unwinnable. They were not good matchups before, but I don't think they're unwinnable. I think Leo was hard before, very hard, but it's gotten better. Is he buffering the 862 in the PRC? Yeah, when you drift forward, you can input the 862. Yeah, I think Goldlewis did better against... Help me, please, for the love of God. This motherfucker is dancing on me. I think it was better Happy Chaos versus Goldlewis than a lot of other characters against Happy Chaos, mostly because Goldlewis could kill... Oh my god, the dash cancel. It was better than a lot of other matchups because of the fact that you could actually... Yeah, see drone hard knockdown? So good. Nice. That was great. Little interrupt. Hitting a button to interrupt against Goldlewis is very scary, but you have to do it sometimes. Yeah, I was gonna say. Nice. Wow. That was almost... That was some fucking goddamn John Wick shit. Rolled in afterwards, try to pull up with the gun. That almost worked. I think if UMISHO ran a little bit further forward, that almost worked. Back scratcher. Get the burst. Give me your burst. Perfect challenge. And the bait on the burst. Boom. That was great. The combat roll, yeah, it was really good. Yeah, you probably should get out of there early against them. I think it's good. With how Goldlewis's combos are too, it's like it's worthwhile to burst him early, I think, because he often only hits you with like 1 or 2 moves, you know? Oh. Yeah, that hurts. We can 6H minigun or drone here or something. Runs in. Oh no, it's so fast. Well, yeah, look at how much burst UMISHO's built. It's not very much. And UMISHO bursts basically right away. But Goldlewis doesn't... He hits you with such big hits, right? So because he doesn't hit you with lots of little hits, like multi-hitting moves and stuff, you really don't build a lot of burst. Like minigun is basically it. Oh no. That could have been worse though. I think you actually get a better punish here if you just far slash, right? You can far slash into 426 here, or honestly 486, either's fine. That was a good 5p. Oh, you're dead. That 5p was real good, I gotta say. What a gamer. This is a sick 5p. The little tap, beautiful. This move's not that good for a lot of interactions. You don't really use it that often, but stuff like this is great because if UMISHO blocks and this 5p whiffs, then the drone's there anyway. It doesn't have that many use cases, but right there, that's the perfect use for it, right? Perfect. It's also good as like a far anti-air and to combo off of 268 BP, or not 268, 248. It's also good against Anji's fan, the P follow-up from Fujin. If you haven't already, if you don't know this replay channel, this is GameStorage. This replay channel is great. I asked them if I could watch their replays on stream because they upload so many. And they have a lot of Japanese players actually too on here. The Vultures, they're awesome. Moiste Hotashi versus whoever on this channel. You love to see it. You love to see it. That's your fault for not uploading on your own YouTube. That's what you get, coward. The big issue is when people don't upload the full footage. They just jump around in all the matches so you don't get to see the gameplay. Like, just uploading pure gameplay is not that common. Dude, I went to Snake Eyes' stream and it said, check out Snake Eyes' YouTube. And there was a link. I was like, hell yeah. Is he uploading footage? And the last upload was like 6 years ago. I have been thinking about that a lot, actually. I wanted season 2 to happen a little bit, but I have a new idea for a series where the point of it is simply to get good high-level footage in one place. Have 2 players come on, discuss what they think about their characters and the character matchup. So like, let's say it's Hotashi and Devon. I'm like, okay, what do you 2 think about Testament versus Nago, right? And like, they just chat about it. We come on and they're like, oh, this is what I think, this is what I think, etc. They talk. Then they play. So they play like a set, like, I don't know, first to 5 or something, or whatever it is. Then we come back and we're like, okay, we've played for some time. What do you guys think? Is there things that your opponent's doing that you like, you don't like? Do you like their approach? Is there anything that surprised you? Like, what do you think they could do better or worse or whatever? Everybody talks about it. They're like, oh, I was really surprised at how good this was or that good. Or like, can I mash out of this? Like, what do I do about this? And then you just talk about it. Then the next part, if they would like, they could, you know, get in a call and like talk and play at the same time. Or we could all join the same call and like talk about the matchups as they happen, right? So that the objective of the series is that you get high level play that they get to think about and study the matchups more, and also people are exposed to more high level players that they can watch and study. Because if you've ever watched my stream, you know, people come in and they're like, I want to learn biking, and I have to like recommend all these people for them to watch that maybe don't stream or don't upload or whatever, right? But if instead, what if I invite Memocarp and Vineeth to play each other? So it's Apology Man versus Memocarp on the new patch. So you get high-level footage of the new characters, and then also you get to hear them talk about their plans and their strategies and all this kind of stuff. And it gives the viewer a better understanding of the objective of these characters, right? The only catch is that you do need people who want to play and are not grumpy. Because if you have a bad attitude, like, no one's going to have fun. I'm not going to have a good time. The other person's not going to have a good time. The viewers are not going to have a good time. Like, this is not a series about winning or losing. The series is about playing the video game and then getting better and like having a good time, right? Just chilling, playing some games, improving your understanding of your character and the matchup. And hopefully you both come out better at the matchup slash your character slash the viewers understand what's happening a bit more too. Maybe you watch KV do something and it beats something that Hotashi does, and Hotashi's like, how do I stop that? I don't know what to do. And then KV's like, oh, you do this. And then like, you know, they talk about it. Then it could give you, the viewer, an idea what to do with your character, or what to do with Nago, or what to do against Testament, or how to problem solve when something causes you an issue. We'll just give it a spin and try it and see if it's good. Ideally, it's one of those things we could do like once a week or once every 2 weeks, you know, and it would be pretty easy to do.